Hi. Um, so we drew a bunch of winners. Welcome back. I am doing a Lego build at the tail end of the Extra Life event at Battleground Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts. We've been here since noon yesterday, so it's a 25-hour marathon. I've got half an hour left before I can go home. So I'm building a Lego kit, which is a sort of traditional thing for me to do during the Extra Life events here. I build a Lego kit to wind down and focus on little things with set steps. So yeah, I'm doing some Lego, and we drew a bunch of winners. I won this spiffy hat, which is very cool. Is that the only thing I put in for? So awesome. And I'm gonna build as much of this as I can in the next half hour before we're done. So yeah. We also, anyone who is watching the VOD or watches this on YouTube when we archive it, we have this really, really cool, I wish I could get it closer to the camera, but I'm mic'd up and everything, all is dust print that is an altar. And I feel like this didn't get quite as much attention downstairs during the event because it was right next to two other things that were very flashy altars. This one is a much more subtle altar. It has some additional detail around the Eldrazi head. And we're still raising money. Just because the 25-hour event is going to be over doesn't mean we won't take donations. Our link to our Extra Life Drive should be down below somewhere, and we will still take donations. We were running a $5 donation drive for this, so if you donate $5 and put in the little comment fields, there's a little send us encouraging message or something. If you put in there donation for All Is Dust, we'll know that you wanted to put in for it, and we'll pick a date to draw a winner if we get some folks putting in for that. I'm going to mention that on the Friday stream. We do Friday night board game stream here. My husband and I, and usually a couple of friends of ours. And we'll mention this again, because this one we didn't get a chance to really mention. We had some other really big stuff that this just didn't get on there. So we will be talking about that. And yeah, for now, it's Lego time. It's Lego time. Relaxing Lego time at Battleground. I am on bag 3. I stopped with bag 2. I'm going to go to bag 3. Roll out my pieces. Get it going. It sounds like I have some bees. I'm going to wait and see if that's as true as I think it is. Oh yeah, I'm buzzing really badly. Okay, I guess I do take my mic off and head up there. All right. Is that the sound? I'm not going to bother putting this under my shirt because I might just have to take it off again to go fix the bees. So while I was up there, showed you the All Is Dust print, which is really cool. It's a really cool looking print. So I should have put in for it. Would have won it. All right, so let's move on to bag 3. We'll put our ship as it's starting right there. I feel like I'm going to need a little more space for my pieces for this bag. It feels like a big bag. Yeah. The pieces in here, there are a lot of flat, larger pieces that take up a lot more space. And then I've got this whole extra bag full of little bits. This is the thing that I really like that Lego does, that they give you a chance to go through the larger pieces and get them organized first before you go opening up all those fiddly little bits. Because the way I like to do it is to have the big pieces out further so that I can use them. They're usually, a lot of the big pieces are usually used early on in a build. So I like having them far out or at the edges so that I start working my way towards the middle so that all the little pieces are right up front. Sometimes, if you know you're going to be doing a lot of like other work and you're going to need a big space, it's better to do it the opposite. Get the big pieces up front and then the little pieces further back so that as you work, you're clearing a space for yourself. But this one, I think, the ship is long but narrow. So I'm not too worried about not having space for it. I've also got my own voice happening on my screen next to me because normally when I do these streams, I am the one keeping an ear out for any weird sound stuff. Because like you may have noticed if you're watching the VOD for this or the archived video, we do have some sound issues. We have a persistent buzzing that happens every once in a while. We don't know exactly what's up with that, but it's annoying and we can fix it. It's just a matter of resetting the sound connection. So I usually have an earbud in one ear so that I can hear what's going on in the video feed while we're playing games. And this has the advantage of me being able to like say to Andy, hey, we have bees, and he can get up and fix it. But it has the disadvantage of like blocking my ability to hear what's going on anywhere in the stream. Because then I'm sort of listening to two things at once. So right now I have an echo right up at my laptop. I have my laptop very quietly playing at me. I'll turn it down a tiny bit. So I can hear any buzzing that happens and hopefully fix it in a timely manner. But I also will likely pause every once in a while because I'm very tired. I've been here for a long time and with very little sleep. And my attention span is not super. It's normally pretty good, but yeah, 45 minutes of sleep in a 25-hour period will do that to you. So I did bring 2 Lego kits with me this year, and I did that on the sort of theory of I've built really big Lego kits here in the past. The Sandcrawler, the Helicarrier, and I didn't finish the Helicarrier, but still, I got very close. DG Dell, hello! I'm really tired, man. How are you doing? I'm real punchy. I just want to warn you about that. I'm working on 45 minutes of sleep in the past 25 hours, so punchy is maybe just a little generous to me. That's a lot of hours in a car. That's an all-day drive. I know you had a long trip. But you made it. Yay. I am so glad that you are popping in to say hi. We have played so many awesome games this weekend that we are going to have to do again for the Friday night streams. We have played like amazing stuff. We only have a couple of them still up on the shelf here because a lot of them belonged to other people who were here. We had a dude here who had brought Wasteland Express. Ooh, tired. But Wasteland Express was awesome. Flip Ships was awesome. We did it last Friday, but I'm going to want to do it again because we need to get revenge on it because we died. We actually died both times we played. It is tough, but it is so much fun. And it is the most satisfying thing in the world to flip a ship into the mothership. It is like, I did it once. I actually did it twice total. And both times that I did it, it was like, yes, yes. So I totally want to do Flip Ship again. I had wanted to get my revenge on Hot Shots this weekend, but we didn't get a chance. We just had too much. We were playing. We played Sagrada, which was awesome. We played, like I said, Wasteland Express, which was super cool. We played Flip Ships. Other folks played Potion Explosion, which actually looked really good on camera, so we may do that at some point. I don't know if Andy put up a vote. I feel like we had something. We were so, like, on Friday, so focused on just finishing up and going home and sleeping so that we would be here with, like, plenty of sleep in our tank, as it were, prior to the stream, the, like, all day and night stream today and yesterday. That I don't think we ever put up a poll, and I think we were finally like, look, we just need to find something fun that's easy because goodness only knows what we're going to be like by the end of the week. But I will let Andy know that you would like to see Flip Ships. We did just do it, so we may not do it, but it also isn't a game that takes a super long time to play, so we could maybe play another round of it and then play it again. Or play something else that we wanted to sort of get revenge on or something. But yeah, we played a lot of really, really awesome games. I think Wasteland Express was my favorite out of everything that I played that was like relatively new to me this weekend. I got to play a lot more this weekend than I got to play last year. Last year I'll say I got stuck at the counter. I didn't really get stuck because I volunteered for it and it needed doing and I was happy to do it. But it did mean that since I was at the counter, I didn't play as many games. I did a lot of like prize control. This year I made a pointed effort to hand off the prize control to other people who were going to be downstairs and weren't as into streaming. So I got to play stuff this time, which made me very happy. I got to play some really fun games, and it was awesome. And now I'm building Lego just to chill. I need something that I don't have to like plan and strategize. Words are a thing. It's really, really, really disorienting to just hear myself in a like couple of minutes remove, well, a couple of seconds remove. Because normally I do have it in my ear, but it's not quite as obvious to me. I don't have it quite as loud. I have it really quiet because it's in my ear, so I don't need it that loud because I catch little variations in like buzzing and stuff. But it's been just me for a bit. Lego is always good. I'm a huge Lego fan, and building a Lego kit on stream at the end of Extra Life is a thing that I do. Not on stream necessarily, but I've done it on camera. We've done time-lapse builds before, which was really cool. Except Andy's phone ran out of memory a few times, so we had to like keep uploading the videos and then deleting them and starting new. So I'd have to like pause mid helicarrier. This I was right earlier. This is a large bag. This was a big bag. Not as big as like the bags for say the helicarrier or like Orthanc. Orthanc was huge. Orthanc was hard. I loved building Orthanc. It was a very cool build. But every piece is black. Every piece is jet black. And that leads to some very difficult to interpret instructions at times. So, yeah. So we're going to bring this over here. And I've got my pieces. We're going to start from here and build. So, alrighty. I'll be here. Building my Lego. I'm suddenly very conscious of how I sound when I talk. Normally pretty cool with it. I do have to listen to myself because of the podcast a fair amount, so. Whoop. And you're back. Welcome back. So I brought 2 Lego kits with me this time around. I thought maybe I would get to build both, but I ended up playing a lot more games. When I was at the register, or when I was up at the counter last year, it was sort of an easy thing to sort of go, well, I can work on this a little bit, and then I can go down to the back of the store and come back up to the counter. And it was an easy thing to sort of fill the time. This year, I ended up, like I was saying, I made a point to get away from the counter and get up here and play games on stream. I made a point of like going around and seeing what other people were doing. I made a point of giving myself breaks to actually play and have fun with the event. Though I do find organizing things to be fun. Librarian, so like what you gonna do? But it's definitely a case of, even though I find it fun, it does keep me from doing other things I find fun if it's all that I do in the weekend. So we actually ended up streaming not just games, but cooking. Andy made waffles. Yeah, like it definitely depends on the things being organized. The prize control here, I find like kind of fun to organize because you get to see all the cool stuff that people have donated for the event. You get to see people getting really excited about donating for it. So I don't mind doing that because it's a matter of putting together the spreadsheet and then making sure that everything is just right, so that as people donate, their donations are going where they want and into the raffles that they want to go into. And yeah, cooking streams are fun. I like cooking streams. I actually really enjoy, and this is super stupid, I really enjoy watching people make, there's these Japanese candy kits called Poppin' Cookin' or Poppin' Kitchen that are like, they come with these little trays and stuff, and you mix stuff. DG Dell is here. Yay! You mix stuff and make candy, and it's like, it's candy that looks like burgers or sushi or something, and they're so tiny and so like, they're adorable that they're like little mini candy sushi that you make. They're so cute. So I really enjoy watching people make those. I find that a lot of fun, so yeah.
Hey, DG Dell.
They're really cute. Apparently the burger one is really bizarre in that it actually does taste sort of like a candy burger. Like, that's weird, right? But yeah. So.
How's it coming? You're on bag 3?
I'm on bag 3, yes. I have knolled out all my pieces, and I am.
Are we going to power through?
Stuff together.
Go do all 5 bags? It's not a huge set.
I feel like I could. It's not a huge set, and I mean, we've got the rest of the day to collapse, so
Yeah, it's true.
it's not like we've got plans for the rest of the night.
So DG Dell, there's a few streams for you to watch.
Yeah, we got a lot of VODs for you to
I'm
watch.
gonna have to go in there and clip some stuff.
Yeah.
The werewolf stream is very disappointing from a technical standpoint.
Yeah,
The audio is just so painful.
with a werewolf game with like maybe 10, 15 people, you could maybe manage it. But a werewolf game, an ultimate werewolf game of like 30 or more people, the sound is ridiculous. It was noisy in the store. Otherwise, the store was super busy the entire event.
This was at like 1 a.m, and there was
still had piles of people.
a couple of big Magic games going on. There was a game of Dark Souls, the board game, going on.
Yep.
I want to say there was a game of Cash and Guns going on.
Yep.
At the front of the store, there were people playing 40K, and we had the werewolf game going on. It was just
And there were people
so
playing
much
Rock
noise.
Band in the back corner.
Yep,
and
there were people playing Rock Band.
Yeah, it was just super, super busy.
I love that
Definitely
it was so
watch
busy.
it, but be aware that the sound is like junk because we just couldn't get a good. And then at one point, someone went over to the to like talk about someone who was at one end of the table and knocked over the shotgun mic.
Oh no!
They righted it, but it was like,
Of
course, yeah. So there's going to be that.
Well, I started it because I was trying to get directional sound from the shotgun mic, aiming the mic at the crowd. Didn't work very well. So I ran a line down to the event and actually put the mic on the table where they were playing, which was a little better, but there was just still so much background noise and there's no way to filter it out.
It's just going to be impossible to do that sort of thing. Not with that many people,
Yeah. I mean, there's no way we could mic everybody individually.
No, we can't
I tried to get Derek to use the PA system.
It doesn't work. He moves around. He has to move around too much. So yeah, that's a little frustrating. However, it is still really funny. You will get a very good feel for how the werewolf games tend to be in here, which is noisy and chaotic and full of people getting very into their chosen characters, like the you get your role, your card with your role on it.
But there's also a certain degree of ad-libbing. Like, Joe made up the role of
the governor.
That's right, the governor.
He was the governor, and he had his council sitting next to him, which was very funny. Yeah, it's just too big for the sound to be, really good quality with a setup like we've got. So,
I think I just have to accept the fact that werewolf is something you have to be here
be here for to really.
Which I'm sorry, DG Dell. I know you're in Florida, so you can't be. But if you get an opportunity to participate in a game like that, anywhere near where you live,
do it. It's so much fun.
It's hilarious.
It's wild and it's awesome. I don't really play usually, but I love watching it because I find it so funny. They almost killed off their seer in the first round.
So the seer is somebody who has the ability to ask if somebody is a werewolf, and only they know that person is or is not a werewolf. Nobody knows that they're the seer, of course.
Yeah.
So the werewolves, if they knew who the seer was, would automatically attack them. But the townsfolk, the person who was the seer, the townsfolk just attacked him right at the get-go.
Yeah, they were just
for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
They just wanted to kill Jeremy. And
it's almost tradition by now.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. But
Derek, say hi.
It would have been a disaster.
We had DG Dell here, who was away for the rest of our stream, but was on a car trip, but is here now, which is awesome. A steady group of 23 werewolf players. That's awesome.
Yeah.
A pity that went drama. That's sad, but I guess bound to happen with a large group eventually.
So, of the streams that we did, my favorite was the Potion Explosion stream. I haven't watched it, but playing it, oh, I have to get that.
Bees.
Playing it, that was the one that I found the most entertaining. Excuse me a moment.
Hey, 5 minutes early, we're okay with that.
All right.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank
Good
you.
times.
Thank you.
We had a good time.
We'll catch up this week and
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a little bit of sleep.
yeah, definitely.
I have to do some shipping tomorrow because I didn't pull anything yesterday.
I'll be around a lot this week. The shipping.
I know Riley is having issues, so. Yeah.
I'm
Let me know if I can help there.
Okay.
I'm here tomorrow most likely.
Okay.
I took the day off, so I'm around.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you both.
You are welcome.
Night, Derek.
Good night. Thank you for those waffles.
Oh yeah.
So you guys were talking about cooking. Did DJ Dog
I
get a chance to look at
mentioned
the waffle stream?
that we had the waffle stream, so hasn't watched it, but it's up there.
You can see in that stream me running out of energy. I start out.
Yeah,
I'm
you just
talking about
watch it
waffles and
happen.
I'm cooking and
And then
it's
eventually it's just like,
entertaining, and then just slowly my batteries run down over the course of that. And by the time I was finishing up the last batch, I was just sort of standing there, vapidly staring off into space. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
DG Dell would like to see flip ships. He couldn't watch it this past week. So we'll definitely play. We'll definitely play a game of flip ships. Even if we don't play through an entire game of it, we'll play enough of it that you can see us.
Someday we're gonna beat that game.
Someday we're gonna beat it. It'll happen.
That game
someday.
is a challenge.
It was a ton
We're
of fun.
playing it on
Super
easy
addictive.
mode.
Yeah, we just got to get better at flicking those ships.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a bit in the. Well, the thing is, we were handing them out.
Well, people were donating.
People were
to
donating
receive
and getting
waffles.
a waffle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was we'll get the well. I had the first waffle, so I was actually doing okay.
I actually crashed as soon as I ate a couple waffles, so I think it
actually like it put
knocked me
like
out.
stuff in your stomach, and then you're
Yeah.
like, "Yep, digesting. Nope, no energy
Power
to
down.
digest."
But yeah, Potion Explosion was the game I had the most fun playing, partially because I was tired and we were all a little loopy and we were cracking each other up, and it was fun. We did play flip ships.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. So that's in the VOD. Do you have any games that were memorable for you?
I was saying Wasteland Express was awesome. I wish I would.
Oh man, I want to play that when I'm awake.
Yeah, Wasteland Express was every aesthetic I love. It was like that Borderlands-y, Fallout-y, Mad Max-y sort of thing.
Yep.
It's an aesthetic
A little
that
tongue-in-cheek,
love.
but also a little dark.
Yep. And it had just enough like strategizing that I really enjoyed the tone of it while still being able to like the mechanic of it. And that for me is like key. If I like the tone of it, I can sometimes put up with like mechanic that I'm not thrilled with. But this was really like well put together, and the box is gorgeous.
Oh man,
the box is like
the
it has
box
these
alone is
vacuum
amazing.
trays with slots for everything, and there's like a whole diagram for how to put the box back together so everything fits. It's not co-op, but it's not so much PvP. You don't directly fight each other, but you can set up the board in such a way that it makes it difficult for your opponents to do what they're trying to do. And there are some like group objectives where everyone's trying to do the same thing, but there's also what was I going to say? There's also
Hidden objectives.
hidden objectives
Yeah.
where it's like a single objective that you have that you don't let anyone else know.
Yeah, I had fun playing Sagrada.
Sagrada was really gorgeous.
I'm glad
I
we
really
got a
enjoyed
chance
that.
to do that.
Yeah.
You know what? I never put up a poll. DG Dell, what should we play next Friday?
He said,
It is 12 noon. We made it.
we did it.
Woo!
Yeah, basically. But not nearly as like many. I mean, it's got a lot of bits and pieces, but they're put together in the box in such a way that it makes it very easy to tell like where everything goes, and it makes setup very easy. And it's a tile. You lay out the tiles a little randomly so that where the settlements are and where what tile with what stuff. Yeah, I mean, it took up like this much space on the thing.
Maybe 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. It's
Yeah,
not massive.
It wasn't huge. And each of the trays is a self-contained, like, here's the bank with the money, and here's the bank with the resources, and here's the bank with the mods for your truck. And the
I
minis
love
in
the
it
mechanic
are really
of
nice
buying
looking.
equipment for your truck. In a full game, we were sort of rushing.
Yeah,
So we said the first person to achieve
any one goal,
a goal wins and will
including
end
a
there.
hidden goal.
Including a hidden goal.
I was
Normally, you would be required to defeat 3 larger goals in order to trigger the end game.
Or not even. Like, so like one of the first cards that I got was a hidden goal. And I went ahead and grabbed that because I was like, I think I can do that. And that was
it
to
worked for you.
complete 2.
Well, almost. You were
Almost
close.
did. I mean, I was on my way to my second.
Yeah.
It was complete 2 smuggling operations from a particular faction. And I had taken one and done it, and I was on my way for the second one when John finished his.
Yeah. In playstyle,
But
I
I
really felt it was closest to Scythe.
Yeah, it had a scythe feel to it. Not so much with building up like a tank in the same way. You're adding
Mods to your vehicle.
that are very sort of interchangeable. Like you can decide to grab a sleeper card that lets you have an extra ally with you who gives you a better ability. Or you can get a machine gun, or you can get radiation shielding, or you can get a combo of a couple of things, but you might not get everything at any one go. The other thing that I thought was, you've got these big goals that are like always present and that you're supposed to put your marker on when you complete, and you're supposed to get rid of your 3 markers. But there were a couple of other hidden goal cards that I passed up because I needed
I didn't get a
smuggling
single hidden
operations.
goal card
in
all the cards that I drew.
I had to look for smuggling cards.
Yeah.
But I pulled probably 3 different hidden goal cards, and I was like, I already have one that I'm already working on. I don't need another one. And I need a smuggling operation, so I'll take that. But yeah, it was fun. It's, like I said, it's very well put together. So totally worth taking a look for.
Yeah, John described it as faster, easier merchants and marauders, and that's pretty much exactly what it worked out to be.
With a Mad Maxy, Borderlandsy sort of flavor to it. And all the riders, all the drivers have like
bios,
like biographies and stuff. So, we played Laser Riders too.
Yes, finally got to play.
I got to play Laser Riders. I'm very excited about that.
That was interesting.
It was very
I
interesting.
definitely would want to try that again.
I want to give it another go. Laser Riders was a lot of fun.
I feel like we need a better play surface for it.
Yeah,
we had
it was too bumpy.
demarked the edges of the playboard, but
what we need to do is get a playmat.
Yes.
That is just for it.
Something that's the right size.
The aesthetic of it is awesome, and the actual game itself is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know where Matt saw it. I think he just got it from our distributors because he thought the box looks cool. And
it does.
Damn, does that box look cool? As far as I know, it's fully available, so should be able to order.
It was a
special
Kickstarter,
order.
but it's available now, I think. So yeah, I want it. I want to own it.
Gorgeous game.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And fun mechanics.
And amusing backstory for everything.
Yeah.
Like they nailed the aesthetic of it. I've been on a 80s nostalgic kick because we just saw Thor Ragnarok,
Which was awesome.
Which was awesome. The soundtrack is amazing.
Sorry.
A little tired?
Maybe a little. We're going to get home and Leela's going to be like, where have you been? Our cat has been all alone since yesterday morning. I mean, we go away to the Cape Cod periodically on weekends, so she can be alone.
She's capable of like fending for herself for a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days, but like a day and a night. Ooh. That was buzzy.
Yeah, I hear it. I'm getting up.
Uh-huh.
Here I go.
Mm-hmm.
There
you go.
Let's do this quickly. Yep, there it goes.
During this stream. I think it's just because we've been up.
Well,
we've had it up for so long.
Like I've said, I believe it's a memory leak. If you let it go, if I don't touch it and the crackling just goes, eventually you start to get an echo, and that's why I think it's a memory leak and not like interference or something like that. Because I can't think of a way that interference would result in an echo like a feedback loop. So it's some kind of issue with the USB, I think.
Jason Mong suggested that it might be like two wires building up, like static between them.
That's plausible.
So I don't know how we would fix that. Not an audio engineer.
Work in a place that doesn't have carpet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it also seems weird because there are times when it doesn't happen at all and we aren't doing anything noticeably different.
Yeah.
So that's frustrating.
Yeah. Well. Eventually, we'll replace all the bits.
Yeah.
And we'll see and if something fixes it. I very much want to get something started going from our Saugus location.
Yeah, our Saugus store is
awesome. So we can have more streams. Have some of the folks from Saugus do some board gaming.
The board game folks in Saugus are really cool. Yeah, it could be. I just feel like I don't know if we've moved any more on the times when it's happening. I feel like there have been times when we've sat in place.
I'm sitting completely still.
Yeah, neither of us are really moving. I'm not making any, like, static. I don't know.
I mean, it's a good suggestion.
It is, yeah. I thought, he could be right on that
My first thought was cell phone interference, because that's definitely a thing that you get in audio.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any of the hallmarks of that.
No, it doesn't do the sort of sort of stuff. It doesn't, like... It's just static. It's just build up. It just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds.
So, Amanda.
Yes.
I really should put up a poll.
Yeah, you should.
Do you have any games that are on the demo wall or games that you saw this weekend that you didn't get a chance to play?
Well, I didn't get a chance. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah.
because I got to play a lot of the things that I like had really set out to play.
Yeah.
And I don't know off the top of
I
my
mean,
head what's on
there-
the demo wall.
I can think of a couple of things you wanted to do tonight that we didn't get to do.
That's true. That's true.
We never got to play. Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
It sure is.
I believe you. It has that sort of.
I know. It's upside down.
No, it's just that these have a pattern on the inside.
They also have a pattern on the outside.
Oh, okay, I see. I couldn't see it from the angle I'm looking at it.
Yeah, they have a pattern on both sides. One's horizontal and one's vertical.
Cool.
Um,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
I
would
don't-
enjoy
I don't-
playing like Harry Potter.
I don't know. I want to wait for Harry Potter to be a stream when we can play longer.
Okay, more than just an hour.
Yeah,
Or
I don't
two.
want it to be just a quick
Yeah, that's fair.
thing. I didn't get my Hot Shots revenge, but I was saying
But we really
earlier
need
I
Steve
want to
to-
wait for Steve
Yeah.
to be around for that one. I think Steve needs to be here so we can have Sawyer back. I was waiting for Travis during the werewolf game
Yeah.
to declare himself the town Sawyer.
Missed that opportunity.
I know. Like, man, come on.
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Is this supposed to be flush? Or?
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
Look at it has a gap in the
Oh yeah.
illustration.
Yeah. Interesting pieces.
Yeah, the Star Wars stuff is always very interesting because they're using pieces to create effects in like ship designs and stuff that were not intended to be like Lego. Like they're trying to get
Yeah.
it to look a certain way,
There's
so they're
an
having
aesthetic to the Star Wars.
they're having to
universe
use
that's
the
not a Lego
pieces
aesthetic.
in
Yeah.
a very specific way to achieve a specific look.
Yeah.
All right. I need this, which goes here.
Yep.
I need this, which goes here. I need this, which goes here. This, which goes here. And... Huh.
Are you missing a bit?
Yeah, I am.
No. Oh wait, there's some. Oh, those are the extra bits from the earlier bags.
Crud.
Ah. What bit is it you're
Like
missing?
I'm missing a couple. I think I must have used 2 small pieces when I should have used that.
Oh.
This is when being tired is... I used
that's a
2
4.
there, yep. And I had 1 of those here. Might have been there. I might have used... Nope, that's a long one there.
Go.
I'm supposed to have 2 of these left.
Right.
And they should be this color.
Okay.
I do not have any left.
Yeah.
So the question is, and I should have 2 of these left,
Yep.
which I do, but I don't think I need this left, which means at some point I used 2 little ones
Right. So
when
we
I
need
should
to
have
look
used
for
a
one
lot.
of the 4
That's what I was
okay.
doing. I know how this works. So I used 2 long ones here, and that's what they should be.
Yep.
It's 1 of those there.
You couldn't have used 3 when it asks for 1. I mean, it's just.
It might be there. No, that was 2 small ones. Okay, Going back,
Yep.
going back. Yeah, I think I used the wrong piece somewhere. I used a long one there. I know I did.
All the way back on the page before this
It's
one?
these.
Oh, well, you
Right
can
here.
get to those, I think.
Yep.
There's one. I remember one of your coworkers asking you if you needed any of the Lego piece removers.
I have so many. Okay. So. All right. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There.
Yep.
And then now I need to figure out where all this stuff was
Yeah.
and rebuild it. So that goes here. That goes here.
Yep.
That ends up there. No, that can't be right. Ugh, I hate when I do this. Okay.
Um.
Right, okay. That's gonna go there. Nope, that's not gonna go
No,
there.
no.
No, it's
Oh,
not gonna go
okay.
there.
I'm sorry. Right.
That's this part. Oh, and I missed putting a piece in, so go me. Glad I did it, because I was missing a piece. Like, I was missing a piece.
It's got a double
Yeah.
there? Ah. Okay.
I would have been like, where the hell was that supposed to be?
Well, you would have assumed it was an extra bit.
Yeah. You don't normally see those as extras, though, so I would have been pretty sure that I had missed something somewhere. I think I'm caught back up.
I think you are.
That's where that should be. Yep. Okay.
Now you need these two. Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm to here, I think. Yeah, here.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So I have this on. I have that on. I need this here. That was the last bit there.
That was the one you were missing. Yep.
Yep. And now these go here. You know, sometimes you just got to backtrack. At least I could do that. That one time that I mucked up the Technic stuff, that was no going back.
I mean, worst that could have happened is we'd have to go home where we have more Lego leftover bits.
Yeah, I don't know if I have
Would have been a
anything the
different
right
color.
I might. I mean, I have a lot of leftover Lego at home.
Good recovery. Good
Thanks,
recovery.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll build the TARDIS tonight.
That would be fun.
I mean, I have to do some writing.
Yeah.
So those are car hoods?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain degree, the original Star Wars model kits were built from battleship parts, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that stuff is repurposed.
I'm gonna want like dinner when we get home, or lunch when we get
Some
home.
form of food.
Yeah, some form of food.
Ooh, more stickers.
Yeah, this has like a huge sheet of decals. That I have an extra one of these worries me. But I can't see any holes, so
Yeah.
I can't see the holes. They don't exist. This is 5.
Do you want on your Italian sub? What do you want on? Like cheese, lettuce, tomato? Put everything on it. You want what was that? Hot peppers? Yeah. Small Mediterranean calzone.
I'm sure we're not terribly entertaining.
Yeah, I'm like barely talking at this point. I'm sorry.
We've run out of words.
Words are hard. There we go.
Are those all just other extra bits that are left?
Yep. Yeah, those are little ones that you often have. Anything rounded and 1 bit, you often have extras of because they know those get lost easily.
Yeah.
All right, I suspect, yeah, that bag 4 is going to be bigger.
Yeah,
because
it's a big one.
end. And I'm
some
tired,
larger pieces, but yeah.
So I think we may call it a day.
Yeah.
But we'll be back on Friday.
Yes.
And we'll put up a poll. We'll put up something in the Discord.
Yeah.
We'll have something. I would be happy playing like a little more flip ships at the beginning of the stream. So even if we end up playing something else, I would be happy to set up flip ships just so you can see it and watch us like play like a round.
Sure.
And try and flip those ships into the instruction into the mothership. The instructions have a funny moment where they say, yeah, it has to flip over at least once because it's called flip ships, not frisbee ships. You can't just sail it. So yeah, which I thought was funny.
All right.
All right.
I
Thank
think
you
we're
for
gonna call it
popping
a
in
night.
this morning.
Yeah, it was good to see you. Thank you so much. And
we'll see you Friday.
enjoy watching all those VODs.
I am so glad
There
that
is
didn't
a
spell.
yeah. Did you show that off?
I did, but
I
no
don't
one was
know.
in chat.
Okay.
It's a magic thing, so.
All right. I realize it is early in the afternoon, but I'm still going to say good night because we're going to go home and get some sleep. Goodbye. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you on Friday.